All right, Chiefs Kingdom. Hold up a second. Stop what you're doing, because what I'm about to say could shift how we see this entire offseason. I'm not kidding. The 2025 NFL Draft just went down, and the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh man, they made moves. But it's what they didn't do that's got everyone buzzing, and not in the way you might expect. 7 new players are officially heading to Kansas City. 7 fresh faces, each bringing their own flavor to this already stacked roster. And at first glance, it looks like Brett Veach and the front office played this thing like pros. They checked a bunch of boxes, filled out the offensive line, boosted the defense, brought in another running back. But here's the kicker. There's one position, one critical piece of the puzzle, that they completely passed over. And I'm still wrapping my head around it. No tight end. Yup, you heard that right. So please take 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. After months of build-up, mock drafts, talking heads, analysts practically shouting from the rooftops that the Chiefs had to find the heir to Travis Kelce, they didn't do it. They didn't spend a single draft pick at tight end. No flashy replacement. No long-term successor. Nothing. Instead, they quietly scooped up Jake Briningstool out of Clemson as an undrafted free agent. And I'll get into why that's interesting in a second, but I want to pause here, because this is where things start to shift. Everyone expected the Chiefs to make a bold move. I did. You probably did. The writing was on the wall. Travis Kelce is, without a doubt, one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. But he's not going to play forever. He's heading into what could very well be his final season with the team. His contract is set to expire after 2025. And let's be honest, while he's still elite, we've started to see signs of wear. Not a full-on decline, but just enough to make you think, okay, we need to start preparing for what's next. And yet, nothing. No heir apparent. No top-tier prospect. No day-one guy waiting in the wings. So here's where it gets interesting. Let's talk about Jake Briningstool for a second. This kid was projected by many scouts as a 5th or 6th round talent. Good hands, decent size, sneaky athleticism. Definitely someone who could develop into a solid player down the line. But he didn't get drafted. The Chiefs picked him up as a free agent, and look, I'll give credit where credit's due. That could end up being a steal. This franchise has a history of finding diamonds in a rough, and Briningstool might be another one. But let's not kid ourselves. He's not coming in to be the next Travis Kelce. Not right away. So then the question becomes, what's the plan? Let's be real. Kelce has been the emotional and strategic core of this offense for years. He's Mahomes' security blanket. He's the guy who finds a way to get open in clutch moments. He's redefined what the tight end position even means. And yet, the Chiefs are staring at the very real possibility that this is his last ride. And instead of finding a marquee replacement in the draft, they're putting their chips on Noah Gray. Yup, Noah Gray. Now, I'm not knocking the guy. In fact, I've been saying it for a while, Gray has been making serious strides. Last season, he quietly put together the best year of his career. 5 touchdowns. More than Kelce if we're counting. 437 receiving yards, caught 40 of his 49 targets. The man is efficient. The arrow is pointing up. And here's the thing. The Chiefs didn't just talk about Gray stepping up. They put money on it. They gave him an extension. That tells me one thing loud and clear. They see something. Something real. But are they right? That's the million-dollar question. Because betting on Gray isn't just about believing in his potential. It's about making him the guy. The next face of the tight end room. That's a massive step, and it comes with pressure. Gray is entering a make-or-break season. If he rises to the occasion, the Chiefs will look like geniuses for playing it cool in the draft. But if he doesn't, if Kelce fades and Gray can't pick up the slack, Kansas City could be in serious trouble at one of the most vital spots on the field. And let's not forget about Jared Wiley. Drafted in 2024, he missed most of the season due to injury. But word out of the building is that the Chiefs are very high on his upside. He's got the physical tools, the frame, the athleticism. He could very well be part of this long-term solution, if he can stay healthy. That's the key. So maybe the front office is playing the long game. Maybe they're thinking, we've got Gray, we've got Wiley, and now we've got Briningstool. Let's see how this plays out before making a drastic move. And honestly, that's not the worst strategy in the world. Because at the same time, they use this draft to reinforce the trenches, build out the secondary, and get more firepower in the backfield. All crucial if you want to keep contending. But here's where things really start to heat up. Let's talk about that wide receiver room because whoa. Just when you think the offense is already scary, the Chiefs go and add Jalen Royals. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this kid might be the spark plug that ignites an entirely new era of dominance. Over 1,900 yards, 126 receptions in college. This guy doesn't just get open, he explodes after the catch. He's a walking highlight reel. And in Andy Reid's offense, that's a nightmare for every defensive coordinator in the league. Now imagine this for a second, Royals lining up alongside Xavier Worthy, who's coming into his own after a strong rookie year. Then you've got Rashee Rice, hungry to get back on the field after his injury. And oh yeah, let's not forget about Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster. Veterans, playmakers, guys who've been in the trenches and know how to get it done. This is more than just a talented group. This is a loaded wide receiver room. And with Mahomes pulling the strings, we're talking about an offense that could go nuclear. Mahomes has already been hyping these guys up. You can feel the excitement. You can see the chemistry building in real time. And look, I'm not just buying into the hype. I'm watching the tape. Royals is the real deal. Worthy looks ready to take that next step. Rice, when healthy, is a monster. Juju and Hollywood are locked in. This isn't just another year for the Chiefs, it's a potential turning point. So where does that leave us? We've got an offense stacked with talent. A quarterback at the peak of his powers. A coaching staff that knows how to get the best out of everyone. But that tight end spot, that's the wild card. That's the question mark that could shape everything. It's a calculated risk, and I get why they made it. But it's still a risk, and the clock is ticking. So here's what I want to know, Chiefs Kingdom, are you buying in? Do you think Noah Gray can take that next step? Is Jake Browning still a hidden gem? Will Jared Wiley stay healthy and deliver? Or should the Chiefs have made a bigger move in the draft to secure Kelsey's successor? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Smash that like button if you're still all in on the Chiefs. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single update. Because the 2025 season, it's going to be one for the books. And I'll be right here, breaking it all down with you every step of the way. Let's ride, Chiefs Kingdom.